Hey everyone, this is the first in a series of quick videos that I'm going to be doing to help you be ready for playing the one-shot V is for Going Viral that we'll be doing on February 2nd. These videos will be quick to the point. I won't go super in-depth into a lot of things because we'll do that after the one-shot. So right now what I want to do is give you two things. One, I want to show you how to read your character sheet, and two, I want to go over the basics of how you do a skill check in the game. So first things up, your character sheet is going to look something like this over here. This is one of the pre-made characters that comes with the starter set, which is what we're going to be using. Everyone's going to be playing a pre-made character, and then after the one shot we will be creating new characters, original characters, and your progress during the one shot will carry over to your new character. So this is post-mortem. If you look underneath her name, you can see that she has Mythos 2, Logos 2. All that really means is that she has two Mythos themes, which you can see in purple below, and two Logos themes, which are in the brown off to the right-hand side below as well. That comes into play for some different moves you can do that are Mythos moves and stuff like that, but we're not going to talk about that in this video. When you are looking at your themes, this is kind of where all your character stats are located. So in the case of post-mortem, her concept is that she died, was brought back to life, and now she is an assassin, an angel of vengeance. She's a walking dead, and she uses gadgets from Helix Labs. So those kind of define her character. For each one of those themes, there are 3 power tags that are relevant. So for a Walking Dead, she has Can't Die, Already Dead, Does Not Breathe, Needs No Food or Drink. For Assassin, she has Martial Arts, Stealth, and Marksmanship. So those are essentially her skills. There are no stats like Strength, Agility, that kind of stuff. Everything is based on your themes and their associated tags and weaknesses. You can see that her Walking Dead theme has a weakness tag, corpse-like appearance, right? So she stands out. It's pretty obvious that she's not a normal human. For Assassin, her weakness tag is that she has an underworld reputation. So on top of not looking very good, she also has a reputation among the seedier crowd of the underworld. This could affect her there or out in normal society as well. So as you play the game, you're going to be using these tags in order to generate pluses to your dice rolls. So for example, if we look at the basics of a skill check, what you're going to see up here under how to play is that first you think about what you're doing, right? Imagine what your character's doing. In this case, let's imagine that she's going to try to dive down into a ditch, swim through a sewer system, and break into a prison that way. So you would choose a move associated with that. There are 8 different moves, and they kind of encompass all the things you would want to do in a general manner. So let's say that, this time she's going to take a risk, perform a feat of daring, try to swim under, for anyone normal, this would be like trying not to drown, trying to get out before you're unable to breathe anymore, and actually infiltrate this facility. Then you would count the tags that would improve or impede your action, so the good stuff and the bad stuff. In her case, she has Can't Die, Already Dead, and Does Not Need to Breathe. Those are 2 relevant positive tags that apply there. So that would give her +2. Then you would maybe find, a negative. If she has one on her sheet somewhere, a relevant weakness, which in her case I don't see one, then the next thing that you would do is you would apply any statuses. So statuses are how you deal and take damage and negative and positive effects in this game. You don't deal damage to hit points, you apply various types of statuses. So let's say that in a previous fight before this infiltration, she had lost her foot or something. That could be a status, missing foot. And so what we would do is we would apply that if it were relevant, which in this case it is. She's going to swim, so having a missing foot is an obvious negative. And statuses have different levels from 1 to 5. So let's just say that in her case, missing a foot is kind of bad, but because she's dead and everything, it's not too bad. So let's say that it was like a status tier 1. Then we would subtract 1 from her current power level bonus of 2. So she's got 2 from being unable to die and not needing to breathe. And then we subtract 1 because she's missing a foot, and she has a total of 1 power. So the next thing that you do is you roll 2 6-sided dice and you add your power to it. So if we rolled an 8 on 2 6-sided dice, we would add that 1 power to make 9, and then that determines whether we succeed or fail. So on a roll of 10 or more, you succeed, and it's a great success. So a success with no negatives and possibly a positive bonus. On a 6 or less, you fail the roll, and the Master of Ceremonies, the GM, gets to make a move against you. If you roll a 7, 8, or 9, then it's a success with a complication. And that's how you go about your doing your skill checks. There's a little bit more to it, but that's enough to give you a general idea of how you're going to play the game and how to read your character sheet. So what I'm going to do is include or send out to you a link where you can start looking at the different character sheets from the pre-mades that are available, and maybe send me a couple ideas for what you're interested in playing. Otherwise, I'll just hand them out randomly at the start of the one shot, and we'll go from there.